Hey guys, I'm Brian and I want to show off my 2003 Mitsubishi Montero build. This is a Gen 3, it's a 2003, so this is the 20th anniversary edition. Picked it up for $3,500, completely stock, and I want to show you what I've done to it. So I'll start off with the outside. Got headlights, and then I changed the grille and put a light bar in. It's a 24-inch light bar. These are retrofitted HIDs and projectors. They're 8,000K bulbs. And they're 55 watts. They look pretty good. On the side, wheels and tires. I've got BFG KO2s in a 285 75 16. These are Eagle alloy rims. They are 8x16 -11 offsets. They stick out quite a bit. And there's the stance from the side. Over here, I've got homemade sliders. They are super rusty because they've survived the winter. They bolt on to where the old side steps went. Those are supported for high lifting. Moving on to the back, I did get a spare tire to fit, full size 33. I've got a Kirk hitch that I cut and moved up, and some rally stitching. And then onto the roof rack. This has a giant sunroof, so I wanted to keep that unobstructed because it's really awesome to have it all the way open. On this side, I have a high lift jack. And then on this side, I've got an awning. This is the ARB 2000 awning. Jump up here. I've got the awning mounted on quick disconnects so that I can pop it on and off. If I decide I don't want it on, I don't have to undo all those bolts. Got a shovel right here. I have a rigid toolbox. This is for longer trips. This is for parts and tools. And that's mounted in to the rack so you can't steal it. Waterproof. Up there's a jerry can. And I've got some X-Bowl recovery tracks in case of getting stuck. On the basket, I also have exterior lights. I have 360-degree lighting. So I've got 2 in the back, 2 on the side, and then 2 in the front. Combined with the headlights, that gives me 360 degrees of light. I want to move into the back, but first, let's take a look in here. Nothing too crazy in here. I have Apple CarPlay on a double-din stereo, CB radio down there. This right here controls the lights. It's wireless. So just hit a switch and they come on for camping, which is pretty nice. You can do it from inside the car, or you can do it from the campsite. And then under the hood, we have some under hood lighting for working in the dark. And the big thing over here is I've done a big 3 upgrade. So I've upgraded the wires in here to be 2 gauge, and those are to the battery ground. That one goes to the alternator. And then I also did the motor ground. And then over here, I've installed a second battery. This is a Deep Cycle Marine RV battery. And that right there is my isolator. And then that's power to the rear of the vehicle. So this powers my lights on top, as well as some interior things, the light bar in the front. And it's completely isolated so that when the car is off, everything just runs off of that. Other than that, everything is pretty much stock in here. Moving on, let's go underneath the car where I can show you. Hopefully you can see. I've got a huge transmission skid plate. So this is T6061 aluminum. It's a 1/2-inch skid plate. It goes all the way from the transmission cross member, or sorry, the whatever that is, to the transmission cross member to the transfer case, and then I have another plate, which you can't see, right underneath the front diff. And that keeps me plenty safe. Nothing else under here to speak of. It is on a lift. It's on an Old Man Emu lift. I have Bilstein shocks. So in the front, I'm running medium duty Old Man Emu springs. In the rear, I've got HD Old Man Emu springs. Last thing I want to talk about is in the back here. Got my drop-down table right here. Got a tire deflator, first aid kit that Velcro to this. Got some spare parts, nice table right here. Over in the back here, I've got a sleeping platform. So my wife and I sleep back here. This accordion's out across the front seats. Those lay flat. This goes out, and then there's two poles that go, and that supports us. We can sleep in the back here, and that leaves plenty of storage under here. This is my second battery panel, so I can charge things off of this using USB. It's got a couple lights on there, so that lights up underneath this for the dark. I do have a subwoofer because I have a full stereo in here, and then I've taken out the third row. I've got recovery gear, some emergency stuff, jumper cables, whatever in there. So that is my 2003 Mitsubishi Montero. I just wanted to share with you guys. If you have any questions, check out the build thread or feel free to ask. Thanks.